How's it going, gamers? It's Chongo here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the ArcheAge closed beta, so let's get into it. So if you have no idea what ArcheAge is, it's a free-to-play MMO by XL Games, which is coming out later this year, and it has already been out in Korea since the beginning of last year. So this gameplay is from the closed beta event, I think one beta event ago, and I've enjoyed my time playing this game so far. It's quite fun to play an MMO like this, because I seem to be getting really stale in MMOs, not that I've played a great deal of them, just a lot of them seem to feel the same to me, but this game seems to, you know, rise above those and do things differently. So this MMO has me interested, mainly because of its sandbox nature, because I always find that MMOs seem to have this really static world feeling. Even though there's all these people playing on it, it just feels really static, and the world doesn't feel like it could change by anything that the players do, but I feel the complete opposite with ArcheAge. So I just always like the concept of players choosing the outcome of the world instead of it just being a static world that's just following a straight path and that's really it. Because I always find when, you know, how you have your player base interacting in a unique way that sort of creates the game, I find that works better, mainly because, you know, the players are controlling what's happening as opposed to, you know, a small team of people creating a game and then just, you know, trying to structure this whole MMO around their own concept. Whereas players, there's obviously more of them, and if they can work together or work against each other, I think that would make a really interesting game. So one way I see this in ArcheAge is by trading. Now, I didn't experience this in the beta, but I have seen videos of this, and I need to obviously get to a high enough level to be able to experience this. But you can make money through trading, so you can go to some faraway land and get some valuable resource. Once you've got whatever it is you're taking, you can then take it far away from its source and sell it for a massive profit. But you may need to travel across the sea, and while doing this, pirates may choose to attack you and steal the resources for themselves. But the cool thing is these pirates are actual players, so players could just, you know, set up a pirate ship crew and just go around and trying to steal all these resources off people, which I think is really cool. And I think that, you know, it's more of a, you know, high risk, high reward situation, but it's kind of cool. Like, I wouldn't be too mad maybe the first couple of times if I got my resources stolen going across the sea. Eventually it would get annoying, but I think the whole event would just be interesting enough as it is. So this whole concept really appeals to me. The way that players interact in an MMO I've always found is really static, as I said before, and having this sort of feels a lot more dynamic, not to mention PvP, farming, crafting, and player housing. So I haven't got that far in ArcheAge, to be honest, and I don't really want to play again in another beta test, mainly because I don't really want to get too attached to my character before it gets wiped. But from what I've played, I've enjoyed it, and I really look forward to playing this game when it launches later this year. But one thing about this game that needs to be addressed is the fact that it is a free-to-play game, which could be good or bad depending on where they take it. So on one hand, it could be good to have your game, you know, free to download, which it will be, and pay nothing, but to enjoy the game to the fullest, you have to pay to access everything, so that they're going to do sort of a subscription model, which could be okay, but as I said, it really depends where they go with it. So there are certain things in ArcheAge that can't be done on a free account, and one of these is own land, so basically have your own house. You can't do that if you're on a free account, and the game has this concept of labor points, and this is used to, you know, craft and do all kinds of weird things. Now, if you don't pay, it's quite hard to get those numbers up, and yeah, the game can become kind of grindy, but you can still play the game without these, you know, bonuses or benefits of paying for a sub fee. So I think this is more like the RuneScape model, where the game does have free aspects, but if you really want to enjoy the game and play it to its fullest, you're going to have to pay the sub fee. However, they haven't fully detailed the other payment methods yet. They've said they've got some weird item shop, so if you buy something once a month, then you're sort of automatically put into the sub fee category, but they haven't really detailed that in full yet, so I can't really explore those options. But currently I like this concept. I feel that it's good that you don't actually have to purchase the game itself before you give it a try. So for example, games like Elder Scrolls Online, where you first had to buy the game and then after a month you had to pay the monthly sub fee, seems like a little bit too much money to me. I much prefer ArcheAge's model, where you can try out the game for nothing, and if you do like it, you can sub for a month, and if you continue to like it, you can obviously continue to pay the sub fee. But if you play it and you find out the game's not for you and those bonuses aren't going to make the game any more fun, then obviously there's no point to play this game. I also like the fact that since there is a free-to-play option, if you, I don't know, are having money troubles at some point and your sub membership does lapse, you can still play the game. It's just, it will be a little bit restrictive until you start paying again. Anyway, this brings me to the end of my first look on the ArcheAge beta. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, and if you've got any comments on ArcheAge, put them down below, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. I'll see you all next time.